So Travis, you mentioned there were four concepts: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Let's talk about the first, self-awareness. What is it?
Self-awareness is the foundational emotional intelligence skill. It's awareness of your emotions not just in the moment, but across time and situation, knowing your emotional tendencies as well. And that equips you to not just respond to your emotions effectively in the moment, but to put yourself and not put yourself in the situations that are going to enable you to be effective or avoid being ineffective, I should say. You know, trying to stay away from the people and the situations that push your buttons.
Mm-hmm. So when it works, when we're good at this, what does that look like?
It looks like leaning into your discomfort.
Oh, say a little bit more about that.
People who are self-aware are very open to improving themselves. And this is an interesting thing that I see quite a bit, where, especially in corporate America, you have successful people who are willing, they're just willing to work themselves to the bone, just under all kinds of sort of duress in order to achieve. But when it comes to learning about themselves, they fear it. They won't take any discomfort. They put the blinders on. And a big reason is they assume that these flaws that they're going to discover are basically, they're not going to do them any good. They're going to make them feel bad, lower their self-esteem. And what people don't recognize is that self-awareness is actually a vehicle to being a better self, to achieving what you want. And those who have an open mind to that, who want to be aware of that and spot these opportunities to improve, are those that achieve excellence.
This reminds me a lot of a story that I was told about kayaking, that when you're kayaking and you're moving down the river, there's a feeling that when I move towards a big rock, my natural tendency is to lean away from it. But if you do that and you hit the rock, you tend to flip under and the water holds you under. But if you lean into it, then the plastic body or fiberglass body of the kayak will bounce off and you'll move right around it. So leaning into discomfort is a little bit like the old kayaking phrase of leaning into the rock.
Absolutely. That's a great analogy. It's something that is a bit counterintuitive that actually serves you well.
So what am I looking for in self-awareness? Is it just trying to understand what emotion is happening at the given moment, or is there more to it than that?
That's a big piece. I mean, the idea is you want to be adept at reading your emotions and understanding them unapologetically for what they are. A lot of the trouble that people run into with self-management, the other emotional intelligence skills, is they don't really give their emotions credit. They're not fully aware of them, and that allows their emotions to hijack their behavior. It's far, far easier to be in control of your emotions when you are fully aware of your emotions and you understand what it is you're feeling and why.
So let's talk about when EQ doesn't go well, or when self-awareness is scored low. What does that look like in someone who has a low self-awareness score?
One of the big things that I see is a little something called "you spot it, you got it." And these are, I almost said the people, but it's really all of us, because we all do it from time to time. We go around, there are so many things that can happen in any given day that would ruffle our feathers. People are doing stuff around us all day long that could be qualified as annoying. But certain things get our goat. And those things are things that reflect something about yourself that you're uncomfortable with. So the people who annoy you the most, that really, really get you going, are those that are showing you something about yourself that you're not aware of, you're not fully aware of, and you're not willing to sort of embrace as a facet of yourself. So that's "you spot it, you got it," and that's what a low self-awareness looks like.
So this is very similar to Carl Jung said that we often see our shadow sides in the things that annoy us in others.
Absolutely.
Is it similar to that?
Absolutely. And it's a very hard thing for people to take, the whole "you spot it, you got it" thing. But again, when you take the blinders off and when you embrace it, you can actually learn a lot about yourself and eliminate these qualities very quickly.
So how do we start to eliminate or address these self-awareness qualities?
Well, when it comes to improving self-awareness, it really, really goes back to this leaning into the discomfort piece. You have to understand the full picture. You have to take the beauty with the blemishes in order to see where you can improve. And you cannot improve your emotional intelligence without being self-aware. That's why I say it's a foundational quality. You have to build your self-awareness, build your awareness in order to sort of launch the other emotional intelligence skills. Now, a great way to build self-awareness is to have an objective picture of where you are today, and that comes through feedback. One of the vehicles is the emotional intelligence test that, not just that we publish, but any emotional intelligence test that you take is going to give you an objective snapshot of what you do and say on a daily basis. Taking a 360 assessment is a way to take that to another level, so you're getting feedback from other people. These just so happen to be the people who are the most accurate raters of what you actually are like. And that gives you the opportunity to make a comparison between what you see yourself doing and what you are actually doing, which is what the aggregate of what everybody else is seeing. And those scores together give you a more accurate picture. So it's all about feedback. You can also seek feedback from those around you. Try to just ask some questions about what they see you doing and saying on a daily basis to increase your self-awareness, to bring this stuff to your attention so that you can actually do something about it.